understanding what police look for when making a traffic stop for suspected drunk driving. Before pulling over a vehicle for suspected drunk driving, a police officer has to follow certain procedures aimed at protecting the motorist's constitutional rights. First, let's take a look at some basic legal points about traffic stops. The reasonable suspicion test. A police officer must have what's called reasonable suspicion that a crime is being violated before he or she can make a lawful traffic stop. This reasonable suspicion test is subjective and may vary between officers. Officers have to make quick decisions in the field and often. Courts will often give the officer the benefit of the doubt. However, not all traffic stops are lawful. What might rise to the level of reasonable suspicion? Again, the officer's reasonable suspicion of unlawful conduct will depend on a variety of different things. In general, officers may not be permitted to stop a motorist just to check their license and registration. However, some common driving behavior might be enough to give the officer a lawful reason to stop a driver, such as swerving or crossing the center line, one or more broken brake lights, driving well below the speed limit, driving at an excessive speed, driving along the shoulder or berm. If an officer observes any other erratic driving behavior, this could be enough to give him or her reasonable suspicion that a driver is under the influence of drugs or alcohol and justify a traffic stop. What happens if an officer stops a vehicle without reasonable suspicion? The reasonable suspicion test exists to help protect motorists from unlawful traffic stops. If a court decides the officer lacked reasonable suspicion to stop the motorist, this could be used as part of the defense strategy in court. If the stop violated the law, then any evidence collected after the stop might not be admissible against the driver. If you have any questions or concerns about whether you were lawfully stopped for suspected drunk driving, contact a criminal defense attorney to learn more.